Okay, so if you're on Universal Credit, there was an article in the Big Issue which says that a recent survey has shown that around 48% of those claiming Universal Credit have been able to afford food within the last month. And so half of those on Universal Credit have not been able to afford food in the last month, and around 22% have had to rely on food banks to help them feed their families. Now, whatever your views are on people who get Universal Credit or not, I don't know what that might be, but they are people who need support, and it's clear that that support is not available. Now, it's okay to say to people, well, okay, we want to try and get more people off Universal Credit and into work. That's fine, but in the meantime, you have to give them the basics. You have to give them the basics needs. You have to give them the ability to buy food. You have to give them the ability to heat their homes for them and their families. Because it's just ridiculous. So it's not just those on Universal Credit. Pensioners are exactly the same, and a lot of people who are on Universal Credit are disabled, some severely disabled. These are people who maybe cannot get out of their house, or people who are disabled to the point where they can't just get help when they need it. They have to rely on other services to help them, and it just feels to me as though the people who really need the support aren't getting it. There are lots of people who are struggling. There are lots of working people who are struggling. Lots of people who work every day, work really hard, do all the hours they can. They still can't put food on the table for their families. So this isn't just about people on Universal Credit, it's across the board. And I think it's really, really disgusting, to be honest with you, but that's just my thought. And I think the Labour government has got to try and sort this out. Now, I know they're doing a back to work initiative, fine, but they need, in the meantime, to help those people who are on Universal Credit at least be able to eat. I mean, that's just a basic need. And if that's not being met, then the government's basically relying on food banks. They're saying it's fine, food banks will cover the shortcomings. Well, yeah, but food banks are a charity. Food banks need help from other people to provide this service. People shouldn't be relying on charities these days, not in this current world that we live in. People shouldn't be relying on charity. People should be getting support that they need. Just my opinion. Let me know your opinion down in the comment section. I'd love to hear it, and don't forget to subscribe for more.